Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. We review anything and everything. Today we're getting into another Hot Wheels unboxing. This is the 2012 Mercedes-Benz C63 AMG Coupe Black Series, or Coupe Black Series, however you want to pronounce it. I am a super fan of this car. I got into purchasing Hot Wheels, even though I've done a couple of review of Hot Wheels already. I just want to kind of throw this out there, a little background history. I got into collecting Hot Wheels because when I got into cars and about like more heavy into cars, not like, you know, when you're a kid and you have posters on your wall, but when I really kind of got into getting the magazines and really kind of diving into it was around 2011 going into 2012. And at that point, I wanted to get into collecting model cars, but they would have been too big. I wouldn't have had the space to put them anywhere. They can get pricey if you start getting a lot of them. And Hot Wheels, I rediscovered, you know, because you know of Hot Wheels from being a little kid, but I rediscovered how you pretty much, like, they are like miniature model cars. You can pretty much get into model car collecting because they really do favor all the latest fun cars you would think of. And, you know, at a certain point in time, I may have lost perspective of knowing that was what they did, you know, because a lot of times back in the days you also had a lot of these crazy cars they used to make, and they still make the crazy cars, but they also made a lot of the cars that you were fans of. So that got me into that. And around that time when I got into cars, this car, or at least the C63, the regular C63, not the Black Series per se, because that wasn't, at least I didn't know of it at the time, but this car I was a big fan of it. And so I later on, when I found out they actually made this, and I found out about this one a lot later on, I had to surf the web to get it. If it is available on Amazon, I will throw a link in the description, but I don't think that it is. You can see the art here. It is part of their premium line with the real riders, metal on metal. And that is from the line there. And I'm going to try to pronounce it. Deutschland. So part of car culture. You can see the ones that come inside this wave, which if I had, I would definitely wouldn't mind the Audi and maybe the Porsche. I'm funny when it comes to Porsches. Certain ones I like and certain ones I don't like as much. GT3 I normally like a lot, but it depends on if it's a more newer body style versus an older body style. I used to not be into Porsches back in the days. I wasn't a fan of their body style, but sometimes that's just how it is. It grows on you, depending on the generation. Let's get into this here. I save the card there, which gives you all the information you need along with the art of the car. And here, I just usually cut into this, and I will dispose of this bottom piece here. Trying to make sure that I don't scrape up the car. I actually just did a review of a 2008 Mercedes, a CLK was it or something? I forget. But which is a newer car that came out, at least as far as like Hot Wheels producing it, not necessarily a brand new car because obviously 2008, but had a similar vibe to this. So here we go here. So the Black Series versus the regular C63 adds those trims that you see there. The blacks. They did a really good job here. When you get up close, you can see how they did it looks like carbon fiber with the little dots. You got the details of the lights and the grille, which look nice. You got the real rider tires. Chrome rims. Definitely got to be careful to make sure those don't scratch up. C63 AMG. Looks really nice. And on the plate, you got the quad exhaust, though they are just painted. They are not detailed. And there's a little bit of expression of them, but they're not detailed in the way that you sometimes see certain ones that are detailed like that. So yeah, overall, a lot of detail on the car in general. So it looks very nice. I am a huge fan of this car. I was a huge fan of the C63. I'm sorry, of the C-Class, like the C300, even just a regular version of that year model. That's my favorite year models, like around that time frame, 2011, 2012, somewhere in that range, when it had that kind of body style. Big fan of that. So yes. Yep. Anyway, you guys, as always, like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.